Good evening, everyone. Try one more time. I like being at church and you get ready to do some announcement. Kind. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to call the meeting to order. This is our, no, I'm sorry, we're in September. Um, Regular board meeting, and we just appreciate everyone attendance this evening. And we have a middle school presentation, so we are just going to go on ahead and get started. The time right now is 6:01 p.m. Has everyone had the chance to review the agenda?
Yes.
So at this time, um, anyone who wanted to participate in public comment, we need for you to go on ahead, and in the back, there's a sign-up sheet. So at this time, we're going to ask Mrs. Arambide if you would go ahead, please, and call the order.
Frazier? Here. Dr. Robinson?
She's not here.
Salazar? Here. Mr. Williams?
Here.
Hill?
Here.
Mr. Rawlings?
Here.
Gallegos?
Here.
I have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you. Right, we are moving on to item 2.3. Have some very important who are attending us to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So at this time, if we stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mission statement. Graduate college and career-ready students with the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors to personally succeed and contribute to the common good. Thank you, Mrs. Bree Hensel and the board for inviting Carmel Community School.
You're welcome. Thank you so very much. The reading of that statement was Nizelle Edwards and Amanda Hanning. So thank you so very much. You did an excellent job. All right, moving on to item 3.1. I am just going to need a motion to approve the agenda.
Madam President, I move to approve the agenda as stated.
I second.
Okay. Motion to approve the agenda by Mr. Williams, second by Ms. Salazar. All those in favor? Aye. We now have a meeting. Right. Moving on to item 4.1. We are showcasing our first school for this year. It is the Carmel Community School. The principal is Kelly Moore. Ms. Candace Patterson and Ryan Drake are the assistant principals. And this is going to be done by now. I'm going to read your names so that everyone knows who the great individuals are going to be presenting. It's Gabriel Bustamante, Jaden Kalunga, Carlos De Lira Garay, Nizelle Edwards, Tanda Handing, Yasmin Lander, Maria Martinez, Alicia Bezovari, Ashley Millam, Evelyn Soto Martinez, Aria Steinhauser, Shariah Tom, and Noella Tovar. At this time, it is in your
I would like to thank the Dr. Hansel and the board for inviting Carmel Community School to show off our presentation.
This is all about us at Carmel. We are a 494 students. 59% are Hispanic and Latino.
19% are Black and African American, 16% is white, 5% is two or more races.
And under 1% are American Indian, Alaska Native, and Pacific Islander.
A little bit more about us. With our 494 students here at Carmel Community School, 21% of our community in a special needs class, and 20% is in CLD, which is a class that helps them with their English.
Here at Carmel, there is 9% students in NEP, which is a non-English proficient, and 8% in LEP, which is a limited English proficient. All about us are good. There's 80 staff total here at Carmel. 54 are licensed. They went to college and got their degree in that specific subject, and 6 alternative license, which means they're still in college.
7 of our staff at Carmel Community School are foreign, which means they're Filipino or Indian.
How we support our students at Carmel. Our administrators are a key part of supporting our students because they provide a safe and welcoming learning environment for all students.
Administrators also provide students with material and support that they need.
Administrators also engage in one-on-one personal conversations with students.
Second, we're going to talk about how teachers support. Teachers support students by using diverse learning methods to address different learning styles and needs. They offer timely and constructive feedback to help students improve and grow. We also foster a positive and supportive class environment that encourages student participation. Provide additional support for students who need it, like we provide small groups for students who need it, and motivate and encourage students to set and achieve personal and academic goals.
Along with that, another support system for our students at Carmel is our support staff.
Our support staff helps Carmel with things they need. For example, if a student needs help with something, then they could go to a counselor and talk about their problems.
Our support staff ensures that students have access to necessary services, accommodations, and resources. Also, another way we support our students is through our community partners. An example of this would be groups such as Men of Influence, Women of Impact, Pearls of Wisdom, and Alpha Men.
Another example of community partners is our career day that we had last year, and it gave kids a chance to see what they wanted to do with their career.
Community partners can help provide materials and resources.
Much like other support systems, families is crucial for the students' education. Attend parent-teacher conferences to engage in discussions about the child's academic progress and needs. Currently identifying parents and/or grandparents to help with classroom activities, school events, or extracurricular.
Participating in school and district accountability committee, assisting with reading and other educational activities in the home.
They also attend school functions, performances, and workshops. They share relative information about their child and collaborate on strategies to improve. They support their child's educational needs and address any issues with the school as needed. Like Miss Mary. Miss Mary will call the parents to say if the student is sick,
Hurt.
Or got into a fight. Got into a fight. Oh.
So we'll hear more from them in a little bit. We're going to get into some data. We are really proud of the work that's happening at Carmel. We are slow and steady in our approaches. We take the time to be thoughtful with the systems we put in place. Change doesn't occur for the sake of change. Our elementary, as you can see, we moved up in our school performance one level from priority improvement to improvement. Our elementary right now is really carrying us with their performance overall, actually. So if they were a standalone school, they would be at a performance level. Our middle school, we have some work to do, but we're well on our way there. If it was isolated, it was just middle school would be priority improvement. So you average them together and you get improvement, and I am all for that. We've done a lot of work changing the narrative about who Carmel is in the community and what we are about, and word is getting out. We are often, parents are trying to get their kids to come to Carmel. And so we're really proud of that fact, and it's something that we take very seriously. We hope that by next year when we come back, we'll move from improvement to performance, and there's no doubt we'll do that.
So we know it takes about an average of 5 years to make growth, to show the work that we're putting in. As Ms. Moore stated, the elementary side of Carmel is strong. As we develop and grow our own in Carmel, this is only year 3 that we just started with elementary. So as we continue to progress and those elementary school students become our middle school students, we are hoping to see those middle school scores also improve. Looking at our median growth percentile for ELA, median growth, we're shooting for 50. We landed at a 49. So close. And then for ELA, exceeded that minimum expectation of 50 MGP with a 61. So continuing, I'm sorry, math, I apologize. Yes, math. So math is obviously a strong suit. We know with the district expectations this year, we are really focusing on math. We won't let reading slide, given the fact that we were just one little point away from that one. But again, as we know, we will continue to focus on reading and math to improve with our students.
Got to raise that up a little bit. Sorry. By way of our middle school median growth percentile, our 2 data points are shown there. For ELA, we have a 39.5, and then for math is 34.5. Our main focus that we're going to be pushing for this upcoming year is a focus on middle school math to try to get that number up just a bit more.
So you'll see with our access growth data, we only have 2 years of data because that is measuring us as a K-8 school. So initially when the access came out, I was a little disappointed in how we were doing. But then once I saw the growth, it's like, okay, we're closing gaps for our ELL population. And so moving up those couple of points and over to that 52.5, very proud of that. I'm going to turn it back to our students now.
School helps us with personal development and success. Like in AVID, they help us with math and science by helping us with math tutoring to help us improve on what we need to. And then also they let us do science experiments. AVID also helps us to be college and career ready by teaching us how to take notes when we get into college, and then they also help us socialize with people that we don't necessarily like or know. The school also helps us with personal development and success by having pep rallies at the end of each quarter to represent that we finished the quarter, and Ms. Moore talks about what's next. And another way they help us with our personal development and success is like in the career fair. They have a bunch of people come in, and then we get to choose where we go and to help us choose what career we want to go to. Contributing to the common good. The way we contribute to the common good is we thank our veterans every year by having a breakfast and do a performance. And then we also do family nights, which have the student families come in and have them have fun and a bunch of stuff.
Another way we contribute to the common good is not only to just our families and veterans, but also to everybody else in our school, such as our administrators, teachers, and other students. And an example of this is when our teacher is giving us a lesson or explaining an assignment to us. We won't interrupt her or interrupt them, and we wait till they're finished talking to ask our questions.
Another way we show respect to our teachers is when, another way our teachers show respect to us is when they give us a limited amount of time to finish the classwork, and if they see that we need more time, then they will ask us how much time we need to get the assignment completed. For our area of focus, we are currently increasing our student math proficiency, and we are improving our student daily attendance because a lot of people like to skip classes and they can't really learn if they're skipping.
Another area of focus is to increase our families' opportunities to participate at our school. And a way they would do that is through our family nights where, as previously mentioned, they get to come to school after school with us and play games and whatnot and just have fun with the kids. And another way would be through Class Dojo, where teachers can communicate with parents and tell them what their student is doing in the class or what work they're doing or if they've done something bad.
To end it off, these are our school strengths. First, our student voice is prioritized. For example, a couple years ago, we had a dress code where we had to wear uniforms, but after a while, our student voice led this school to allowing like normal clothes like hoodies and sweatpants.
Student relationships and restorative practices are at the forefront of everything that we do.
One of our other school strengths is that we have a wide range of community partnerships that support our staff, students, families.
Thank you for letting us present today.
That was a really nice presentation. Now, don't you all leave because we have something for you. Is that all right? If you all board, you want to join me in passing these out? And it's a school picture. I mean, it's a picture time.
So I know that you asked for no swag this year. However, there are some things that were made within the building. And so as part of our STEM and STEAM. And so Candace was testing it all out. So we made it for you. And then we have a little something that we already had in-house.
So thank you so very much to all of our students from Carmel. Can we give them another round of applause? It takes a lot of courage to come up here and present. And so we're just really very pleased. So I'm going to open it up if any board members have any questions or any comments regarding performance or their initiatives or anything you'd like to ask.
I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. You all did an amazing job, all very well spoken. Don't be nervous. We're all family. We work for you. But we're glad to see that you enjoy your school. We're glad to see that the pride that you have in yourselves as Falcons at Carmel. And I can't wait to see what you all do in the future. So.
I'd like to add, Carmel has become a staple for community partnerships, for community meetings. People from outside of the district are coming to Carmel, and I am just so glad that you're my assigned school this year, and I look forward to coming back. But our kids are wonderful. I would like to see when we have our community events like that, I'd like to see more of a student presence during those events because they've got so much to offer. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say really quick, you all are amazing. You made that look so easy, but I know the practice and hard work and the focus and time and dedication that it takes to be able to present confidently in front of your peers, in front of the school board. So thank you for taking time to practice and represent our district well. Thank you so much.
Once again, thank you. I know this is a school night, and so if you're so inclined to stay, we'd love to. But if you're so inclined to go and probably do your homework, that part, you didn't get a free pass because you came to the board meeting. So you can be dismissed if you need to, but thank you again. Wonderful presentation.
Go ahead. One last thing.
One quick last thing is, I just want to quickly say, we need more student voice. I know out of all the people giving out the slideshow, I know it was pretty stressful, but it wasn't that bad after all. I mean, it just takes some getting used to and everything, but just thank you, honestly, for giving a great slideshow and a great speech about how Carmel has been developing over the years. And I hope to see you in one of these positions in the future. Need more D2 voice.
Thank you so much. We are now moving ahead to item 4.2, and it is the Student Board Representative Report by Misha Rollins and Aiden Gallegos. So whoever would like to go first. I know we have a really important piece of conversation that's happening tomorrow night. And I don't want to pick any sides. This is not my time to speak, so go ahead.
Well, just a quick checkup on me. I'm doing pretty good. I love this position. And upcoming, I'm missing out on the Panther games currently right now at Harrison High School just to attend this meeting. But that's quite all right with me because tomorrow I'm going to be attending the Sierra versus Harrison game. And let's just say, Harrison's going to blow out Sierra.
That's why they're
Okay.
I was able to attend softball tonight. They won against Sand Creek with the score 4-3. And tomorrow afternoon, they head up to Gunnison for a doubleheader on Saturday at 11 and 1. So I won't be able to attend the game tomorrow night as much as I would love to. The next week is our homecoming week, packed week for sports. Volleyball plays at Mitchell away on the 26th. Boys soccer plays both Pueblo East on the 21st and then Falcon on the 26th away. Softball plays Falcon at home on the 24th and then PCA on the 26th away, and then Woodland Park at home on Saturday the 28th. Then our homecoming football game against Air Academy is next Friday at 6.
And I'd just like to add, tomorrow is the Superintendent's Cup between Harrison and Sierra, if you weren't aware. And we have some special captains that will be doing the coin toss. So we have 2 associated UFC fighters. If you watched the fight this week, Elijah Smith gained his UFC contract. He's a Sierra grad. So he'll be at the 50-yard line as a honorary captain for Sierra. And then we have the reigning bantamweight UFC women's UFC fighter Raquel Pennington, who is a Harrison grad, who will be on the Harrison side. There will not be UFC fighting happen on the 50-yard line, but they will be there.
Thank you so much for your presentations, and we're just so excited about tomorrow night. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Patrick Nelson for the video presentation that he put together regarding this rivalry. If you haven't had a chance to go and view that on Vimeo, and I think there's a link on Facebook. So I would encourage you to check it out. He does the best storytelling I've ever seen. So we're moving on to item 5.1. I don't know if we have anyone who is available to do public comment.
Not this evening, Madam President.
That is great. Going to keep it moving. Not it's great that they didn't come, I'm just saying. So item number 6. And today we are going to recognize that this month is Hispanic Heritage Month. And we do have 2 resolutions, actually a resolution that is going to be read both in English and in Spanish. So at this time, we're going to ask Ms. Arambide if she would please read the resolution in Spanish, and it'll be followed by Mr. Williams reading the English version.
Distrito Escolar Harrison 2, resolución del mes de la herencia hispana. Considerando que la Junta Escolar del Distrito 2 Harrison 2 se enorgullece en reconocer y celebrar el 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre de 2024 como el mes nacional de la herencia hispana, que resalta las contribuciones de los hispanoamericanos a la sociedad y la cultura americanas, y considerando que los hispanoamericanos rastrean sus raíces a España, México, Centroamérica, Sudamérica y las naciones de habla hispana del Caribe, y considerando que la observancia de esta fecha se originó en 1968, cuando el Congreso autorizó al presidente de los Estados Unidos a proclamar una celebración anual designada como Semana Nacional de la Herencia Hispana. 2 décadas más tarde, los legisladores expandieron la observancia a una celebración de un mes, el 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre, y considerando que la observancia de esta fecha coincide con los días de independencia nacional en varios países de Hispanoamérica, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras y Nicaragua celebran el 15 de septiembre, seguidos por México el 16 de septiembre, Chile el 18 de septiembre y Belice el 21 de septiembre. Y considerando que celebramos el vibrante espíritu hispanoamericano que influye en el arte y la cultura de nuestra nación, además de las contribuciones y avances que los hispanoamericanos han hecho y continuarán haciendo en nuestra comunidad, estado, nación y el mundo. Vemos también la grandeza de América en aquellos que han superado la injusticia y han enriquecido nuestra sociedad, como los íconos de los derechos civiles, César Chávez y Dolores Huerta. Y considerando que los alumnos y alumnas de origen hispano-latino representan el grupo racial étnico más grande del Distrito Escolar Harrison 2. Y considerando que en sus esfuerzos continuos por honrar el mes nacional de la herencia hispana y promover la equidad y la diversidad, el Distrito Escolar 2 se compromete a ofrecer recursos y apoyos a la comunidad de habla hispana y ofrecer escuelas seguras a los estudiantes y familias indocumentadas. Por lo tanto, se resuelve que la Junta Escolar del Distrito Harrison 2 proclame el 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre como mes nacional de la herencia hispana e incentive actividades para celebrar esta ocasión dentro de nuestras comunidades educativas. En testimonio de lo anterior, estampamos el sello oficial del Distrito Escolar Harrison 2 en esta fecha, el 19 de septiembre de 2024. Gracias.
Harrison School District 2 Hispanic Heritage Month Resolution. Whereas the Harrison School District Number 2 Board of Education takes pride in recognizing and celebrating September 15th to October 15th, 2024 as a National Hispanic Heritage Month, which highlights the historical and present contributions of Hispanic Americans to American society and culture. And whereas Hispanic Americans trace their roots to Spain, Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Spanish-speaking nations of the Caribbean. And whereas the observance was born in 1968 when Congress authorized the U.S. President to issue an annual proclamation designating National Hispanic Heritage Week, 2 decades later, lawmakers expanded the observance to a month-long celebration stretching from September 15th to October 15th. And whereas the observance coincides with National Independence Days in several Latin American countries, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua celebrate theirs on September 15th, followed by Mexico on September 16th, Chile on September 18th, and Belize on September 21st. And whereas we celebrate the vibrant Hispanic American spirit that influences our nation's art and culture, as well as the significant contributions and advances that Hispanic Americans have made and continue to make in our community, state, nation, and the world. And we see the greatness of America in those who have risen above injustice and enriched our society, including civil rights icons Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta. And whereas Hispanic Latinx students represent the largest racial ethnic group in Harrison School District 2, and whereas in continued efforts to honor National Hispanic Heritage Month and to promote equity and diversity, Harrison School District Number 2 remains dedicated to providing resources and supports for Spanish-speaking communities and continues to support safe schools and resources for undocumented students and their families. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Harrison School District Number 2 Board of Education proclaims September 15th to October 15th, 2024 as National Hispanic Heritage Month and encourage activities to celebrate this occasion in our education communities. In witness whereof, we have unto set our hands and cause the official seal of Harrison School District Number 2 to be hereunto affixed this day, 19th day of September 2024.
Thank you for the reading of the resolution. We're going to continue on with the board consent agenda. Item 7.1 is approval of minutes for August 8th, 2024 work session. And August 22nd, 2024 board meeting. Item 7.2, OE6, Financial Planning Monitoring Report, Mrs. Corey Arcares, CFO. Item 7.3, OE8, Asset Protection Indicator Report, Mrs. Corey Arcares, CFO. And item 7.4, I just need a recommended motion.
Madam President, I move to accept the board consent agenda items as presented.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Williams, second by Ms. Frazier. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Right. We're going on to item number 8, the superintendent consent agenda. Item 8.1 is the September personnel and comparison report. I just need a recommended motion.
Step forward a second. Madam President, I move to approve the superintendent consent agenda items as stated.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Williams, second by Mrs. Salazar. All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Moving on to item 9. It is monitoring board performance. And we have the annual work plan. Do we have anything else to add?
We will be changing the November meetings from a work session and a board meeting to a combined work session board meeting on November 21st. We will be joining the Mayor's Young Leader Award celebration on the 7th. Because we have two of our Harrison staff that are finalists. One of them, Mr. Patrick Nelson, is here with us tonight. And our assistant principal from Sierra High School, Keith Basalin, is another finalist.
Wonderful. So we are on to item 9.2, and it is space allowed for board comments. So if anyone on the board has anything that they would like to bring forward, at this time you have the floor.
Well, it's been an eventful month for me. I got to visit one of our middle school's volleyball games, and those girls are intense. Some of them, I believe, will make a huge impact when they get to the high school level. Very coordinated, talking to each other. It is, and you know, sports is my thing. And I also got to see our Stallions play in a soccer game last week up at Dakota Ridge. We weren't too happy about the outcome, but there's room for improvement. We'll get better. We'll get there. And of course, you all will see me tomorrow at the Superintendent's Cup game. I will be wearing green. I will be neutral on the field tomorrow. So we're just looking to have a good time and celebrate with our D2 alumni.
So I attended, I think it was last week, the carnival at Centennial, and oh my goodness, there was no parking in the parking lots. I thought I was going to have to park on the street, but it was exciting to see families and students come out, and I was actually doing double duty that day as a board member and as the RISE executive director. So I was surveying kiddos on things that they wanted to see in a schoolyard. And I'm not kidding, those little first graders, they were probably the most responsive. And that was exciting. I was excited to see that. So thank you for the note on the green, because I was wondering what to wear tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know. So thank you for that. I also will be wearing green. Thank you.
I also had a great week visiting over at Centennial, my second home, even though it's not my school. I mean, but still, just a wonderful time seeing families and staff engaging. And then it was really great. I was able to slide in Mr. Anthony Williams being a finalist for Teacher of the Year in the state. So over at Wildflower, that was wonderful. And also just attending the possible event of the boundaries, is that what they're calling it? And I just, Patrick, want to say he shares the most memorable and realistic captions of everything. I feel like I'm at everything whenever I open his, so you are so deserving. And excuse my tardiness, and I definitely want to say hi to my Soaring Eagles folks over there.
It has been a very, very busy month, to say the least. As the CASB delegate for Region 6, I did participate in the CASB Legislative Resolutions Committee meeting. We have 6 resolutions coming for consideration by all school districts in the state to push forward to the legislature, and I'll report back on that later. Also, President Wills Hill and I had the opportunity to participate in the Casby Boardsmanship Academy in Pueblo. Sierra High School also had a community cafe, which was very well attended. I appreciate us having the opportunity to share. Our school had breakout sessions with our school. I was able to sit in on Centennials, even though it's not my school, and Carmel, which is my assigned school. So it's wonderful to know how we're moving forward with our kids at Carmel. Also, we also participated with the Commissioner of Education in honoring our very own Anthony as a finalist for Teacher of the Year. So we need a lot of prayer. We know he deserves it. Please, we've got to push him over. And also this past weekend, we had Fiesta Patrias. And we had a booth, and it gave us all an opportunity to market our upcoming mill levy override on the ballot. And what is 4A? All I can say in this forum, meet me out on the in the parking lot. And also, I don't know if everyone knew that our city council boundaries are going to be changed. Director Salazar, President Hill, myself, and Director Robinson, we all were there. It's important to know how the redistricting of the city council boundaries will affect us as a school district and our. So it's been busy, and it's going to get busier. So thank you.
And just for the record, Centennial Elementary School is the school that I'm assigned to this year. I know. That was a great turnout. I just want to say really quick, so I am a proud social worker. Graduated with my MSW a few years back, but I just want to say for the record, I interned at Centennial. And Centennial is a great school. Just pushing the boundaries on community, right? How to engage with community. So I love that, and I'm glad to be back.
Oh, they just took all of my thunder. But listen, Corey Arcare, I want to give a big shout out to you tonight for the organization of the Fiestas Patrias 2024. If you did not get a chance to go down there and attend, you missed a great event. And I know that that is a labor of love. This was your third year, and I don't know how you do that and work a full-time job and do all the things that you do. You're a phenomenal woman. But getting back to Fiestas Patrias, it was an opportunity for us to visit with people who came to the booth. And I think I knew someone who came all the way down from Creed to visit, and far away as Lamar, Colorado. They came down from all over, I think even up from New Mexico to visit, and just everything was so nice and pleasant. And this is my first time having an elote. It was so good. It was so good. I was like, what? My life has been missing all this time. And I shared with my niece from Mexico, and she's like, E.T., you are lying to me. You cannot tell me that you've never had elote, but I did that day. It was fantastic. So anyway, congratulations on that. The only place that wasn't mentioned tonight is I went to the open house for Monterey. And, you know, Miss Tunson is just doing a phenomenal job. And everyone who is here, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the principals who are in the room. You know, excellence in every endeavor, right? I see you back there, okay? I didn't say that, you know, I was propping up for tomorrow night. I just said excellence in every endeavor, okay? So that lets you know where my heart is, and I'm gonna wear green because last year I didn't wear green, and I got in trouble with the superintendent, so I'm about to straighten up this year. So anyway, thank you all for your participation, and everyone is doing a phenomenal job. So at this time, we're going to item 9.3.
One
unless you
more
have
thing.
One more.
Though we don't like to toot our own horn, one of our very own received the McGuffey Award, Madam Vice President J.J. Frazier. And so couldn't let her go without getting that one. It is an award that is internal to boards of education, and it is given to a member who we feel exudes leadership and care in taking care of our kids, which is exactly what she does. And so she was very deserving of that award this year. So, yes.
Right, so we're going on to item 9.3, and if there's any legislative updates.
There are already a lot of legislative bills being drafted around education. That is not great all the time because they don't come with funding. So being ahead of those as much as we can. And then just a reminder, factual information, we do have an MLO on the ballot for A. It is asking for help to help make sure that our teachers have great salaries, we retain great teachers for our students, and that we continue to provide 2 free years of college for all graduates out of D2.
Thank you, Dr. Berhansel. So, there's nothing else. We are going on to item number 10 on the agenda, which is to adjourn.
Madam President, with no further business, I move to adjourn the Board of Education board meeting.
Second.
Motion to adjourn the meeting this evening by Mr. Williams, second by Mrs. Salazar. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are dismissed. Meeting adjourned.
You. Thank you. And this